I am so happy to be back. So I did not go AWOL. I did not go missing. Nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong. I started summer classes and I'm taking 16 hours this summer, and I'm doing that because I want to take an internship in the future, and in order to do that I would have to graduate a year late, and I don't want to do that, so I'm making that up over the summers. And I didn't realize 16 hours would be so hard. And on top of that, I'm living at my apartment. So I have to do other stuff on top of that. So I'm so sorry if y'all feel neglected. I didn't mean to just abandon this channel. I had so much going on, and I just knew that if I was doing homework and this and school, I knew that it wouldn't be the best quality. I wanted to be like a real, genuine channel. Good news, I will be coming back, because now I'm coming back and I'm so ready, so ready. And I'm so ready to be done with school. So I will be back and I will be making videos, and I have a whole list of new topics to talk about, and I'm so ready. But today we will be talking about pageant weekend essentials. I have my list, so let's get started. So the number one thing that I have asked all my pageant friends of a pageant weekend essential is food. You need to eat. I don't know if y'all are like me, but when I don't eat, I am so mean and so hateful. Food, number one thing. If you don't have time to sit down and eat a huge meal, bring snacks, eat throughout the day. Please stay hydrated, nutrients, I don't know the word for that, full, not hungry. And just make sure that you eat throughout the day, because I know pageant week can be stressful, but you always have to make time to eat and drink, because that is the number one thing at National American Miss, is safety first. I want to go ahead and address, speaking of which, safety first. This year at the pageants, they will be requiring face masks. I don't know how everybody feels about it, but personally I am so happy they are doing this, because I know that, like I said, safety comes first with NAM, and I think that this is a step towards the right direction. And I'm so excited for my state pageant where I get to give up my crown. Things will be different this year at the state pageant, I know that, and I think you guys know that, but we're gonna make the most of it. And my friend, the NAM Maryland teen, is actually making NAM face mask. She's making multiple different kinds. One's red, one's white, and the other one matches the production number t-shirt. She actually is on Etsy. If you just want to look up NAM face mask, I think it'll pop up. She'll definitely hook you up with some cute face masks for your state pageant coming up. I know that I'm gonna get some from her. So the other thing that I would recommend bringing, especially at this pageant season, is hand sanitizer. Just because we're gonna be touching a bunch of stuff, and I have been a very big germaphobe this entire pandemic, so please bring hand sanitizer and please stay safe. Now we're gonna get on to other stuff. One thing that I have been using for a little while, it's not a necessity, it's just one of the things that makes things easier, and it's this little thing right here. It's called a train case, I believe. And I love it because I can just put whatever I'm using that day of competition in the case, and then I take it down to the dressing room and I just leave it in there all day. It's so nice because I don't have to keep running back and forth to the hotel room. It just honestly makes me stress a whole lot less, and it takes up less time, and I get to see more optionals, and I love watching optionals. So that's definitely just optional. It's not a necessity, I would say, but if this is like, you're gonna start taking this stuff like way more serious, then I would just recommend go ahead and just putting the money into it. I mean, you already got plenty of dresses probably. Just another advice to go along with that is just try to take advantage of the dressing room as much as you can, because it's there to help you. It's not there to, I don't know. I just kind of never used it until like 2 years ago, I think. It honestly was so amazing when I started using it, because I didn't have to worry about running back to the hotel and maybe forgetting something and having to go all the way back there. It was just so much better. So I would just say bring all your stuff for the day into the dressing room and then just take it back to the hotel at the end of the day. That's my advice. Another thing to bring that I always bring is comfy shoes. I like to wear my yellow Crocs. I really like yellow and I like Crocs, so I have those. But I know other people just wear like flip-flops or something. Wear something comfortable so your feet can have a break from heels for a little while. That's just because you're gonna be in heels for competition a lot of the time, and you're really gonna wanna relax your feet some, because, you know, they're gonna get sore. They are. Please bring Band-Aids. That's a necessity. A mask, hand sanitizer, and Band-Aids are on the necessity list right now. It's gonna keep growing, but Band-Aids are a necessity. I know you might be one of those people that's like, oh, I never get blisters. I was that person. Now I don't leave home without them, because blisters pop up everywhere. If they're not on my feet, they're on my knees, or they're somewhere. They're somewhere on this body. Another thing, it's not a necessity, but a lot of people put foam pads in their heels just because, like I said, you're gonna be on your feet all day. Sometimes they do get uncomfortable sometimes. And so I would just put some foam pads in them and, you know, squishing them a little bit, make them soft. If you're a person that gets cold easy, then I would highly, highly, highly recommend bringing a jacket, like a throw over jacket or a blanket, because those rehearsal rooms and ballrooms and everything else in between is very cold. And it's nice that it's cold whenever you're competing because, you know, it keeps you calm and everything. But girl, it's so cold whenever you're rehearsing and everything. I would just highly recommend bringing a jacket just so you're warm and comfortable. Another thing is body tape. I've seen people's dresses break and stop giving support where we need it, you know what I'm saying? And they've had to use body tape. So I would just highly recommend bringing body tape. That's a necessity, because all the stuff that you think, oh, that's not gonna happen, like that can't happen to me, like it can, might, will. So I would just bring everything prepared. Safety pins, once again, a necessity, because if your dress breaks, they're gonna have to pin you in it. They're gonna have to do something. Okay, the next thing, Tums. If you get nervous and your stomach starts acting up whenever you get very nervous, I would recommend bringing Tums, because that'll settle your tummy down and it'll just calm you down. I know a lot of people that do this, and that's why I highly recommend. Sewing kit, necessity. Your dress might rip, and like I said, I didn't think it would happen to me, but I've had one of my dresses rip and they literally had to sew me into it. Just whatever you do, don't think it won't happen to me, because it might. Rather be prepared than sorry. That's my thing. Another thing that I like to pack, a list of each outfit, what, like the earrings, the shoes, and what day I need it. Because like I said, I pack up all my stuff in the morning and I take it down to the dressing room. So I like to have a checklist and be like, okay, casual wear, I packed the heels, I packed the earrings, I packed the bracelets, now let's go. That's just something that has always helped me remember, like, oh, don't forget this and grab that. So that's something I highly recommend doing. Just have a little checklist for every day when you're packing, or just have a checklist per outfit. That's just something that really will help, I promise. Another thing that's optional, but a lot of people do, is have a portable steamer so they can just, like, you know, steam out their outfits real quick, especially if it's nationals and you're flying somewhere and you have to shove all your stuff in suitcases. I highly recommend trying to bring a steamer, or be like me and my mom and forget the steamer and take all your clothes to a dry cleaners that's nearby. But the guy was really sweet, gave us a discount because I was competing, so it was okay. Another thing that I would suggest bringing is a binder with all your paperwork. That way you'll stay organized and you won't be stressing out during check-in. Because check-in will run so much more smoother if you're just already prepared and you're just handing out all those papers, girl, and you'll just feel so much better. Avoid stress. Please do your best to avoid stress this entire weekend, because you'll just enjoy it so much more. Another necessity is bobby pins, just because sometimes you'll leave your hotel room and your hair will be all fixed, and then sometimes they'll fall, or sometimes your hair will start falling. You'll be like, oh, I didn't think I needed one there. But you know, if you have one on, you bam, got bobby pins. And plus bobby pins and hairspray, all that stuff, that's Pageant Girl's best friend, let's be real. Tissues. I had a friend tell me this and I was kind of blown away, but then I thought about it and was like, oh yeah, just because people sometimes have really bad allergies, and other times, like I said, the rooms are really cold and that makes people's noses run. And I didn't really think about this, and I was like, I noticed that. So I would just bring some tissues, you know, just keep it on you, just be like, doop, doop. Or, you know, you might win, you might start crying, you need some tissues, you know. Another thing is hair ties. If you're gonna be wearing any updos or any of your hair up, bring hair ties. Bring some hair ties just in case you change your mind, or in case somebody next to you in the dressing room is like, oh my god, my hair tie broke. Bam, you saved your day. Another necessity, like I said, hairspray. I haven't talked about it, but you need hairspray, girl. One thing that I have never done, but I'm probably gonna start doing, is labeling my boxes. So, like I said, I have a case that I carry all my stuff in, but some people put boxes in the case and it'll have like earrings and then bracelets. Or the other way, which I'm probably gonna do my stuff, is casual wear jewelry or opening number jewelry, and it's just already in the box, so you can just grab the box, go, you don't have to grab the individual jewelry. I like to do that, but I use Ziploc baggies. I just put all the stuff I need in that Ziploc baggie right on the Ziploc baggie, like what's it for. That's what I personally do, and I love that idea. Pageant weekend is all about finding hacks that make your life go smoother. Another thing that I wish I would have done, and I'm gonna start doing this year because I've never done it before, but I wish I would have done, is bring extra earring backs, because I have had people, their earrings fall off on the stage, but they catch it and then they're like, I can't put it back in, I don't have an earring back. And just sometimes I'll drop my earring back and I'll never see that thing again. I will never see it again. Just bring extra earring backs because, like I said, better safe than sorry. Another thing, fabric glue. This is a necessity. It's just a backup to a backup in case your dress rips. Another thing with fabric glue, if you take your dress to get altered, I would recommend asking the seamstress to give you the extra fabric. Therefore, if your dress does rip like really bad, you can glue on the extra fabric. Next thing is scissors. I've gotten my hair stuck in so many hair ties, and I've even gotten my hair stuck in Pluto's collar at Disney World. So I would just always bring scissors when you're doing anything with your hair, just because you don't know what your hair is going to get stuck in. Another thing to bring is a portable charger. Now, you're not going to be on your phone like all day, but you're going to be taking pictures, you're going to be taking selfies, you're going to be taking videos, or if you're going to be like me, you're going to be recording everything. So just always have a portable charger on you, just in case you need to charge your phone, because those outlets get taken quick. If they're not taken by phones, they're taken by straighteners and curlers and everything else. A trick that I like to use is I always put a sticky note on the inside of my hotel room door that says don't forget your production number, because y'all don't know how many times I've forgotten that production number, and I'm not the only one. People forget their production number all the time. So I would always put a sticky note on the inside of my hotel room saying don't forget production number. Another thing is medicine. If your pageant's in the spring or fall and you know that you have really bad allergies, I would just go ahead and bring some medicine. And while we're on the topic of not feeling well, if you're like me, when you get stressed, you get really stuffy. I don't know why, I just do. I would bring a humidifier. Like, you don't need a huge one, but like a little one that you can bring just so you can put it in your room and you'll just feel so much better. I know that my friend Brandy does this, and I went into her room one time and she had her humidifier and I felt so much better after I left there. So if you think that a humidifier will help you pageant weekend, then bring it, girl. So that's really all that I have, I think. Now, I know this may seem like a little bit over the top, but I promise you that all this hard work that y'all are doing will pay off in the end. Being this prepared will make pageant weekend run so much smoother. And I just want to reiterate that being safe is better than being sorry. So I know this all may seem like a little bit over the top, but hey, if you end up bringing that fabric glue and not using it, take it to the next pageant, you know? Like I said, you never know what's gonna happen. And I've had girls in the dressing room that I've seen their dresses rip, and I'm just like, hey, I have materials I can give you. Being prepared is the best way to help pageant weekend run stress-free. Pageant weekend is about having fun, making friends and memories, and not fighting with your family or, you know, being hangry. So I would just really try and plan ahead, get everything ready, just so when you get there, you're not as stressed, and just so you can enjoy it. You can soak it up and you don't have to stress, because I want you all to have the best pageant weekend you can possibly have. So I hope all of this helped, and I really wish you guys luck on pageant weekend. My state pageant is at the end of August 28th through 30th, South Carolina, North Carolina pageant. I'll be there. And I'm so excited to meet the contestants. So if you're watching, hi, I'm so excited to meet you. Just know that the NAM staff is going to take the best care of you, and that we are going to do everything we can to make sure you have the best pageant weekend ever. And like I said, I'm so excited to meet you. I keep saying it because I'm like actually really excited to meet everyone. If you guys have any more questions, you can just leave a comment down below, or you can DM me. Other than that, I hope you guys have a successful pageant weekend, and I can't wait to see who joins the Namily in a few weeks.